Hey BookTube, it's me, Nalistine. I'm so sorry for the background noise. It's the AC in my car. Anyway, I just got done reading Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. Holy shit. So let's get into what this book is about. This book is about Claudia, who is looking for her friend Monday. She notices that her best friend in the whole entire world, she's like her soul sister, is missing, and her name is Monday. She's been missing for most of the time during school, and they're just trying to find out what happened to her friend's disappearance. No one seems to remember the last time they saw Monday, and she's asking questions. How could a teenage girl disappear in such a big city like Washington, D.C.? Now then, like I said plenty of times before in probably other videos, I feel like this was like inspired by all the Washington, D.C. incidents that was going on when it wasn't an incident. I'll probably insert a news clipping here.
Today, Washington, D.C., more than a dozen teenagers have been reported missing, all of them Black or Latino. These are just some of their faces we're showing. There was an emotional town hall last night. Members of the community spoke out, telling their city leaders they're afraid for their families because of what they view as an apparent spike in the number of missing kids. Sadly, though, for that community, the chief of police told the crowd that this is far from a new problem.
The disturbing fact is that we do have that many kids that go missing in our city, and it's been that way for a long time.
We're joined by Trayon White. He is the D.C. City Councilman for District 8, which is one of the areas where a lot of those kids are missing. Trayon, thank you, or Councilman, I should give you the respect that you're due, sir. Thank you so much for joining me. First of all, there's been some confusion about whether there has been an uptick in the amount of missing kids, or if it's that they are increasing the reporting of the amount of missing kids. Did you feel like you got some clarity last night?
I think there's both. I think there is more awareness of what's going on, and the presence of social media has made it more forthcoming so people can know what's going on. It's relevant information in a timely frame, but the reality is the numbers are just too high, and so we have to face the reality. They are too high.
I mean, you look at 2,000 plus every year. That is, if it's one child missing, it's a frustrating and disturbing thing to begin with. Is part of the challenge in this the issue that it's how they're reported if the child is deemed a runaway as opposed to a child that has been abducted?
What we see is that not a lot of abductions that's going on. We see a lot of missing persons, mostly African-American girls. What the community is alarmed about, we had a 10-year-old girl missing the other day, but there was no Amber Alert. We just feel like, you know, if this was a white person or from another neighborhood, there'd be more alarm about it. But this been going on for quite some time with little to no press, and so we've used social media, got the community involved to get the word out.
I feel like it was inspired by that, but not, but yeah, pretty much so. So and me going into that, I thought it had something to do with human sex trafficking. It wasn't, but it was still a sad story and a story that needed to be told. Now then, when I went into this book, I like how it was structured. At first, I didn't like it really at first because it went back and forth between the past and the present. So before Monday went missing and after she went missing, you know. So it was nice to see those memories and any like red flags that were showing up. And during, I forgot which part, but like she was talking about red flags. Were there any red flags that the police was asking? And then you see the cover, it's all red, you know? And how even, I think this is the character, either, I'm not sure if this is Monday on the cover, or I feel like this is either Monday on the cover or Claudia. But basically how there's like, did she see any red flags? And Claudia just only saw red now. So there's that. And I feel like it fits the cover perfectly, you know? It was like, wow. Because like, even halfway through the book, I'm like, wow, there were so many red flags, but it seems like no one is paying attention. And it's like, that during school and all that other stuff. And it makes me think about all the other times at my school and, other people. Yeah, it's a lot. And it's a heavy read. There's miscarriages, there's abuse, child abuse, all that other stuff. Like, just a trigger warning going in. You'll probably get angry at, like, the lack of response for some people. But, yeah. And, like, Monday's mother, fuck her. Either way, I might have to give this book, like, a 4-star. It's such a good book. I'm probably going to read more of her books. I already started reading Allegedly by the same author. I got 2 chapters in, and it was like, yesterday, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should, like, wait till I read other books, there's that. Tell me, what do you think of this book? Like, I would say it's a heavy read if you've been through, or you probably know someone who's been through some of this stuff, because I know, like, at least, like, my cousin, she knows someone who's been in Monday's shoes. So it's probably be a heavy read for her, but it wasn't as heavy as some of my other reads. I feel like she could have gone way heavier on this, okay? So that's all my thoughts. I'll probably give this a 4 stars because I feel like she could have went all the way there. Like, why not? I've heard some other, I saw one review which led me to, like, read the second, like, her other book, Allegedly. So, yeah, probably when I'm done reading, I'll read Allegedly because, I got a lot of stuff to read. I should probably get into the other books I'm reading. I'm reading The Opposite of Always. I'm really not that into time traveling unless it's, like, in fan fiction, to be quite honest with you. I heard this one is also going to be a heavy read. I got, like, 3 days, actually, until, like, the live stream on a seat at the table where they discuss this, but, like, I might as well try to binge read it. But this one, oh honey, I'm almost done with this. I'm like, at chapter 19, and I got, like, this much left, holy shit, this is such a heavy and quick read. I feel like, also trigger warning for this, if you probably been sexually assaulted, probably avoid this, but this takes the perspective of a twin whose twin brother is being accused of rape, and her best friend is the one who was the one who got raped, allegedly. So this one is also a heavy read. I'm almost done, so I'm gonna try to finish it today and quickly try to read as much of this as possible before the live stream because I want to participate. Okay. It's not that. It's just, and I also have next month. I think next month we're going to read Queenie, and I already have that book. So yeah, I'm pretty good. Yeah, I already read 3 books this month. Technically, I read Once Ghosted, Twice Shy. I like that book. It's a very sweet short story novella, and I'm currently reading A Duke by Default. I think I'm halfway through. What else I'm reading? Oh, I'm reading To Kill a Kingdom, because that's the group book for Mythathon. I'm probably going to post this earlier before my TBR because I'm still, like, coming up with my TBR for, like, POC-a-thon and all that other stuff. So there's that. But most of this, I feel like, completes my stuff for some of the challenges. So, yeah, I'll definitely have to see. So there's that. Oh, I'm also reading Orange is the New Black. There's that. I'm listening to the audiobook as well as the physical copy because I just started watching the first season of Orange is the New Black, and I'm in the second season. I'm probably on episode 2. It's so good. It's so good. I have a feeling I'm going to cry over Crazy Eyes because I got spoiled about what happened to her. So there's that. Anyway, it's going to be dramatic. And so there's that. I'm saying there's that all the time, so take a shot if you want. What else? I'm pretty sure I'll add more, but I'm having trouble editing my other 2 videos that I already pre-recorded, like my wrap-up and all that other stuff. So hopefully the watermark will be gone. And I actually posted it, but I put it on private because the watermark is all throughout the video. So yeah, I'm gonna have to redo that. Okay, so there's that. Feel free to like, subscribe, and all that other jazz. Hey booktube, I find it very befitting that it's starting to rain right now, so it makes sense that it's raining. I just got done reading Girl Made of Stars by, oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot the name because I don't know, I just turned it in. Either way, it's about this girl named Mar, that's her nickname, but her name is Mara, and her twin Owen and her best friend Hannah. The connection between these two, trigger warning for this, it's pretty early on in the book anyway. Hannah accuses Owen, Mara's twin brother, of rape. And we follow the story following the perspective of Mara, as she's dealing with all of this, plus like her inner struggle with other relationships with her ex girlfriend Charlie and Alex, and it's a lot of stuff. It's heavy. It's a heavy read, but I enjoyed it. It took me a while, not because of course there was some heavy parts, and each time that I read it, I read like a huge clump of it, so it's kind of spread out, but it's obviously not an enjoyable read. The ending, it's realistic. And I really appreciate towards the end of the book in the author's notes how she gave about like 5 or 6 resources, especially one for male abusers. No, not male abusers. Male rape abuse victims as well. So I can appreciate that. In fact, out of the resources, there was only 2 that I was familiar with. So I feel like if you're reading this and you go to the author's note, you'll find out more. Especially like there was 2 where you can, like, if you yourself has been a survivor of sexual assault, you can actually go chat with other people who's been there, and they have like trained people looking over these chats, and I can appreciate that. I was like, wow, I never knew about that. Like, I've heard about other stuff like that for like other, like, for example, drug problems and stuff, but I never really heard about that for sexual assault. But the story in itself, like the characterization of these people, it felt so real. There were, like, I was reading at the library but you can't really see because of the truck, but I was almost crying, but I remember that I'm in public, so I had to like suck that all back in. And Mar, poor my baby Mar, like, if you were in her situation, like with her brother and like her best friend, and it's a lot. And some people say, well, you would believe your brother, right? And that's like her twin, and she's trying to convince herself too of that, and she's also trying to like believe her best friend and all that other stuff. It's just a lot, honey. It's a heavy book. I suggest maybe getting some tissues. Maybe if you've been through something like that, you should definitely get it, probably get a tissue or something. But I should have like taken that book, taken a picture of the back part of the resources, and send it to like my friend who's dealing with something like this. So yeah, it's a heavy read. I'll probably give it a 4 stars because I don't know, there's just something missing from this. Yeah, there's just something missing from this that I can't really put my finger on. I probably should have waited a while, but it was a lot. I had to get this off my chest. And anyway, Mara, she's such a realistic character. Like, her reactions to what's happening, to the stuff around her, to what happened to her, is so raw and intentional, and I love it. And I can appreciate every minute of it, and I want to read more from that author. Anyway, I'll put like the picture here and like the author there somewhere early on in this video, but I just had to like let this on my chest, and it's raining even more now. How very befitting. Anyway, y'all, have a nice day. Despite this somber, weird, shitty ass review of a video, I almost filmed something else, but like my camera overheated, aka my phone. But bye. Just know that you're not alone if you're going through this, and there will always be someone out there who's with you in these trenches, okay? Bye, you guys. Love y'all. Gotta go.